Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum and very good morning. Today, my name is Nur Hidayu BINTI Hamdani. Today, I will present about my individual assignment, which is titled "If Steve Jobs, a chairman of Apple Computer." About Steve Jobs. Stephen Paul Jobs was an American inventor, designer, and entrepreneur who was the co-founder, chief executive, and chairman of Apple Computer. Apple's revolutionary products, which include the iPod, iPhone, and iPad, are now seen as dictating the evolution of modern technology. Jobs was born on February 24 in 1955 in San Francisco, California. In 1976, when Jobs was just 21, he and Wozniak started Apple Computer in the Jobs family garage. They funded their entrepreneurial venture by Jobs selling his Volkswagen bus and Wozniak selling his beloved scientific calculator. Jobs and Wozniak are credited with revolutionizing the computer industry with Apple by democratizing the technology and making machines smaller, cheaper, intuitive, and accessible to everyday consumers. Steve Jobs was influential in business and technology that keeping a list of his achievements to just a top 10 seems pretty limiting, but it's clean and simple, just the way he liked things. I will take on his most significant accomplishment throughout the course of life. There are top 10 Steve Jobs achievements. First, igniting the personal computer revolution. Second, introducing the mouse and graphical user interface. Third, bringing portable music player to the masses. Fourth, revolutionizing the sale of music. Five, shepherding the age of computer animation. Six, opening Apple stores. Seven, making personal computer stylish. Eight, launching the smartphone revolution. Nine, changing how software applications are distributed. And lastly, kicking off the tablet trend. Next, there are exemplary leadership for Steve Jobs. First, inspire a vision. As a leader, it is often your vision that takes shape into reality. Steve Jobs was able to visualize things and bring them to life to the amazement of the world. He had this exceptional willpower to make things happen. Jobs was great with the vision as well as the tiniest details that went into making the product. Whether it was the packaging, frames, size of squares, nothing escaped him. Great leaders are able to own their vision and translate them into reality. Second, challenge the process. Jobs understood user experience better than anyone else. He pushed his team to build products that customers crave. You put a return to Apple, Jobs unleashed some of the most successful products in the history of the company. The products like iPod, iPhone, iMac, and iPad changed the face of many industries. Great things are always possible for those who are immersed in what they are doing. Steve Jobs led from the front. He was passionate about building great products and he set incredible high expectations. More often than not, his team met his expectations and the results are there for everyone to see. Next, for leadership style for Steve Jobs. First, the authoritative style. Steve Jobs' approach is best defined as the authoritative style. He had a my way or the highway approach to leadership, and he believed that he was solely responsible for the dedication and direction of his team. Other than that, he had a meticulous eye for detail and surrounded himself with like-minded people to follow his lead. His creative awareness, his meticulous eyes for detail, was clearly a driving force in Apple's success. He knew that he was the one in charge, and he didn't need to rely on a collaboration and input from his team to keep things moving forward. He believed that work was more efficient and effective when he made all the choice. Second, the coercive style. Steve Jobs had a coercive style of leadership when he was CEO of Apple the first time round. We should not take this as a negative. This was the time Apple culture formed. This is where employees knew that perfection was important when working in Apple. Next, for project Steve Jobs involved. The project Steve Jobs involved is Apple Lisa. The Apple Lisa was a personal computer design at Apple Computer included during the early 1980s. Officially, Lisa stood for Local Integrated Software Architecture, but it was also the name of Apple co-founder Steve Jobs' daughter. The Lisa project was started at Apple in 1978 and evolved into a project to design powerful personal computer with a graphical user interface (GUI) that would be targeted toward business customers. In September 1980, Steve Jobs was forced out the Lisa project, so he joined the Macintosh project instead. Contrary to popular belief, the Macintosh is not a direct descendant of Lisa. Although there are obvious similarities between the system and the final revision, the Lisa 2 was modified and sold as the Macintosh XL. The Lisa was a more advanced and far more expensive system than the Macintosh of that time in many respects, such as its inclusion of protect memory, cooperative multitasking, a generally more sophisticated hard disk-based operating system, a built-in screensaver, and advanced calculator with a paper tape and RPN, support for up 2 megabytes of RAM, expensive slots, and a larger, higher resolution display. It would be many years before many of those features were implemented on the Macintosh platform. Protected memory, for instance, did not arrive until the Mac OS X operating system was released in 2001. However, the Macintosh featured a faster 68,000 processor, which is 7.89 MHz, and sound. The complexity of the Lisa operating system and its program stacks, the 5 MHz Motorola 68,000 microprocessor, so that the system felt sluggish, particularly when scrolling in documents. So that's all for me. Thank you.